Hey everybody, welcome to the very first episode of the First Berserker Khazan, a new Souls-like. First Berker! Let's go ahead and make sure though that I do want to make sure we have some good audio levels, so if it ends up being like too loud, let me know, so that you should hear it now. Hopefully not too loudly, we'll figure it out later. Also, I don't imagine music will be blaring the whole time. We did do this as a first impressions on the channel for the demo of the game, so that will continue straight into the Let's Play, or your progress does if you want to check out the demo before the game comes out. You get an early release version of the game on the 24th. Game for real comes out, though, on the 27th. So keep all that in mind. With that said, we're going to do a new game and get rolling here and be ready to go right on into the full game release as it comes out on the 24th. Rocking and rolling. Now, if you don't follow the channel, we're pretty big Souls-like fans, and I'm very, very excited to check this one out. Severing tendons, if you sever the right ones, I would imagine would have meant the arms couldn't move. As we know from the demo, that is not a problem. The Blade Phantom. Shit's getting real. Sorry, I did something weird with the audio there because I'm seeing audio come into my headphones even when I'm muted, so I wanted to stop it and see what it sounded like. Alright, now we get to walk slow for a while getting talked to by our ghost. This game is so well optimized, it is taking no toll on the system whatsoever. A welcome relief after our Avowed Let's Play. It turned out okay on the whole, but it had some stuttering in Avowed. It's cool as they say us, you can hear the inflections of sort of all those other voices behind it. The voice acting is really great in this. Now, I don't play Dungeon Fighter or Dungeon Fighting, whatever it's called, so I'm interested to know what kind of lore catch-up I could be doing, if I need to be watching some YouTube videos or some kind of anime on the side. But my understanding is it's just a game series that's like a beat-em-up, much different from this, so I'm not sure how much sort of added benefit you'd get if you knew all that. I'm sure there'd be a lot of Easter eggs you'd enjoy. There's our bonfire. Ah, that's why our arms work now. The power of death cannot claim you now. Also your lore explanation for why you come back at the bonfires. That is what flows through you. Lacrima? All right, boys and girls, it is showtime. I loved the dual wield in the demo, so I think I'll probably end up sticking with it. The good thing is that the opening missions kind of force you to test out different weapons, which is cool. Also annoying, though, if you know what you want, but it is a cool way to make sure that you actually try everything. You have to do a little battle trial kind of thing. So, you know, we have our lock-on, we have guard. So you can block the attacks, obviously at the cost of stamina. Like all these games, it's a stamina management game. Blocking at the right time is not a parry exactly. There is a separate parry you can unlock in a skill tree, but it's more akin to like a block in Sekiro. Oh, I have to change my controls. I forgot they have like a Dark Souls option, but we got to put that on. So for those of you who are interested in that, if you go to your controls, there's a setting here between, I believe, two options. Where is that? There we go. And then you can go to controls here, type B, and you'll see that gets you your like expected RB/RT kind of thing. So now, yeah, we're good. And most importantly, our dodge is set to B or circle, depending on what system you're on. So that's going to be good for us. There's a Yeti over here, if I remember correctly. I want to go fight that bad boy for our first test of the game. Yep. Good to see you. That was a Brink guard. Anytime you kind of see that red-purple flash, as opposed to just the typical guard that just makes kind of the clanging sound. That's how you can differentiate between those two. And those are the ones that slowly drain the stamina of the enemy, letting you get a brutal attack in. You can see the regular attacks also do damage. I tried to get a big hit in there. Now notice they also cost no stamina to Brink Guard. That's kind of the most important bit of that. And there's our brutal attack to finish him off. Alright, and we got a new helmet out of that. So, loot system in this game, let's talk about that a little bit. As opposed to a regular Souls game, where there are kind of just a set number of items, this works more like the loot system in a game like a Nioh, where you'll find the same gear over and over. And then different versions of that gear might be better than the one you had previously found, and the game is pretty good about quickly denoting that. Now, the demo didn't go far enough to show me if there was a HUD or anything like that. This is relatively linear in terms of the level layout, at least, again, in the demo, so what we've seen so far. Oh, I forgot he likes that little follow-up. You can see why it's clutch that you can get a Brink Guard in without stamina. Now, obviously, though, if you miss the timing, then you're going to take the stamina hit, which can be very punishing because you stagger until your bar refills. It refills somewhat quickly, but nevertheless, you're left vulnerable. Telling us how to dodge. Dodge at the right moment, you get a Brink dodge, which you'll see kind of a shadow of yourself left behind, letting you know you've done that. Let's go for Range Boy first. Alright, well now it's telling me because I took so much damage how to heal. Insulting! I do need to, though. There's also a skill tree. I should mention that. So you're accruing lacrima, which you see at the top, as well as gold, which you can use to buy things. But the lacrima is your souls. If you're into the souls-like genre, brutal attacks again against exhausted enemies. So I'll probably switch to a PlayStation controller here eventually. So there are stealth attacks. You just get them by walking. It gets you close enough to do a brutal attack, which you do for massive damage. As you can see, I mean, that was like 24,000 damage. Again, I don't know how much HP these guys technically have, but now we get our drop attack. Tactics! So the lacrima, two things I like. So up in the top right corner, I don't know if you saw, but the numbers for the lacrima were highlighted in yellow. That's because I now have enough to level up. So you can level up base stats. I think there's like 5 of them. We'll go through what they do when the time actually comes. Of course, we'll be at a bonfire. It's not a maiden or anything like that. They're at a bonfire you can level up. Can this guy see me? Yeah, okay. Maintain stance even when attacked. Potent blow to break their stance. So that's our heavy attack. And you can see we got the brutal as a result of that. We did take a little hit, but that's all right. And you got consumables, obviously, in addition to your heals, down there in the bottom left. Oh my god, can't see. So a lot of times when you absorb the souls of those guys, you'll kind of get a little bit of the history and lore from those particular enemies. The lore, I don't know enough about, but I'm going to definitely try to read and learn about it since I don't have any background to the series and stuff like that. And I want it to be a somewhat thorough Let's Play. I'm not going to 100% it or do a full lore through or anything like that. But I would like to have a grasp on what's happening in a game like this and be able to kind of enjoy some of the twists and turns. So here are your basic stats. 5 of them, as I said. Vit is what you'd expect. That's your health. You get some other little bonuses along the way. You can see attribute resistances go up, things like that. Endurance is your stamina. No surprise there. It does get a little wonky down here. So you would think strength is what powers up your weapons. Now you'll notice, though, my attack is 2. Willpower actually takes it up to 5. And proficiency does nothing. So this sort of feels like a strength dex situation here. We're using kind of dual wield, which is speedier. So my first time I'd leveled up strength thinking like, yeah, we're about to attack. Well, it doesn't actually do that much for that particular weapon. So we're going to do willpower. There's another reason for that, though. If you notice, it is the only one that gives you a significant boost, or at least a boost alongside your stamina recovery rate, aside from, of course, doing endurance. So getting better stamina recovery as well as more attack, that's always my jam. You guys will kind of learn that, I think, throughout this playthrough. But let's look at some of the gear we have. I'm not sure if there's lore attached or not. There is a help. No, nothing written on the weapons. I guess not all items. Maybe some items that won't have lore at all. I wasn't sure about that, but as things come, we'll definitely read it. So you can see this stuff indeed does. So, Mana Lantern, invented by the Aman, the Mana Lantern is widely used for its ability to light up its surroundings under any conditions. When combined with other objects or properties, triggers unusual phenomena, often uncovering secrets best left unknown. So that might help us find secrets in levels. Soul Tear Dust, crystallized dust formed in the experience of the deceased. So it's a lacrima. Think of this as like your soul of an unknown soldier, things that you can pop to get health back, which is nice if you're in a pinch, but also gives you lacrima, which is more important. A way to get experience that's safe in your pocket and won't go, fall on the ground if you die. This does have this system where if you lose, or if you die, your experience stays on the ground and you can get back and recover it. But if you die before you can recover it, that particular batch of experience is gone forever. The fire enhancer here, fuel with the power of the elemental spirits. Legends speak of a mage who, through a pact with the spirits, refined their abilities, granting even those who cannot see the spirits the power to wield their force. Some even say that certain spirits with a special affinity for humans have been known to inhabit objects like jars. And then gem spec, small portion of a gem found in a special mine. We can sell that for some money. There's where we're at. Now, if you can look at weapon descriptions to get lore, let me know, because I'm not familiar with how to do that, and I would like to take a look at that. Oh, I should have walked up. Lost our chance at a free kill there, which was dumb, but we got him. Now I'm going to assume most people watching are familiar with the Souls genre, but I still want to kind of go through the basics. So you also notice that resting at bonfires, I'll call them bonfires. That's the one thing I cannot correct. I don't even actually know what they're called. Now the game does have kind of like a guard for you on edges when you're fighting. Sometimes that's actually a pain. There you go, some of the lore. That's sad. Glad we got that little tearjerker. Some enemies require a charged attack to break their stance. Potent blows won't break their stance. Attacking repeatedly once their stance is broken keeps them down, allowing me to get significant damage. So we got kind of an elite enemy here. All right, there's one. Now you saw my time to recover stamina there because I ran out. Ooh, I thought I had that one. We can't lose to this guy, you know what I mean? I mean, don't worry, I can. But I don't want to. So I'm backing off there simply for stamina reasons. I didn't have enough stamina to do a meaningful attack. Alright, we got him before he could kill us. Sometimes it just comes down like that. So we got new weapons. Or excuse me, new gear. Put on our little armband. So see, we have two of the same wristbands. The one that we selected was one with just a little teensy bit more armor. So we came through that door. A lot of directions we can go here. Let's go right first. All right, we definitely want to read. Soldier's log. Damn it, just my luck. They put me on Khazan's transport detail. They're saying he was caught plotting a rebellion, but I don't buy it for a second. And Ozma, his best friend, they gouged his eyes out and sent him to the chopping block. None of this makes sense. These are the same men who fought against the Berserk Dragon to save the Empire. Would they really throw it all away and betray everything they stood for? I hope I'm not, but I have no idea what I stood for before this game, so... Excuse me. Alright, so far, so good. I should actually check something else in the settings for graphics. Alright, we are just doing 60. I was making sure we weren't doing anything crazy for no reason there. Alright, we're on mediums and lows, so the game can look better. Keep that in mind. I am playing on PC at the time. I might swap this over. I want performance, oh baby. Apply. Anyway, to PlayStation, just for if we see any hiccups or anything like that, to make sure it's as smooth as possible for you all. A chest like that. A new dual wield with better stats. Daddy-like. Oh, we also had an escort order, apparently. So, destination, Mount Heinmach, because the prisoner is Khazan, former great general banished for treasonous rebellion. Number 1, beware of avalanches. Oops, too late. And the tendons and the arms have been severed as punishment, but he remains highly dangerous. Approach with caution. No medical aid to be provided to the prisoner under any circumstances. Show no mercy. Well, gang, too late for those fools, I'd say. All right, we want to get over to that. If you break all of those, I believe it gives you some bonuses that you can get in the level. I wish you hadn't hit me. All right. Now, can we drop down? Is that how we get over to that crystal? Probably. So we do want to be on the lookout for secrets. Also, if at any point you all see me miss something, I actually don't know if you can circle back yet, but let me know if you can. There's something I've missed that I could go back for. I'm happy to keep an eye on that. Now, I do imagine at some point in this playthrough, my playing will be ahead, well ahead of the actual published dates of the videos, but we'll see. Maybe not. You do have iframes while doing your brutal attacks as well, so keep that in mind. Alright, well they're both dead, and that's what we need. Kind of hoping I could chop that chest out. Alright, and there's our next bonfire. Third of the mission so far. We're moving along at a good clip here. Nothing too challenging yet. Oh, I never locked in my strength. I thought I did. I must have hit B after I did it. Oh, I didn't want to do strength. You know, strength does let you carry more stuff, though, which equip burden is not something I want to deal with. I actually didn't even considered that, but that was a waste of points. It gave us a little more attack, don't get me wrong, but it feels like something where we're likely going to want to be pretty balanced in the stats that we increase. I like how I just told you all I want to be careful about putting my strength in. Make sure I get willpower. That lasted one bonfire rest of me remembering. Willpower, willpower. I have to have the willpower to take willpower. Now these guys are not in safe places. You can see the ground wanting to crumble right there. I'm not interested in falling in today. Nothing out here. We've already been over there, so we'll go get this item. And begin our descent. We'll get our drop attack on Mr. Monkey Man. Good thing they don't have a lot of health, because it's dicey fighting up here. Let's go here. That seems a lot safer. Not sure what the fall did. Well, I took 55 there, so not a lot. That answers that question. I thought I went the route I was supposed to go, and they hit me with 55 damage. Does that mean you can't do a no-hit run? Somebody's probably already done an entire no-hit run. Okay, that one didn't do any damage, though, so maybe I just fell to one spot too far or something, but it didn't look very far. Alright, so I do want to get this guy. We don't have our javelin yet. The only thing we need to be careful of here is not bringing any other friends to this fight. We just want to make sure we stay in the zone with this guy. I kind of wanted to get those so I could get his exhaustion up. Oh. I should be able to hit him enough to get it. Yeah, there we go. I missed the two that mattered on that one. Couldn't come through in the clutch. Alright, there's our second of those. A mysterious energy-emitting ore. We've got all the soul stones in this location. Again, I'm not exactly sure what the reward is for that, but my understanding is that there will be one. You already know I'm going for him. I never like having a ranged man left to do damage that I can't account for. Or I have to at least like worry about keeping on screen so I can't position myself as strategically as I'd like to. So, get them first. Oh, I forgot about you. What am I going to do in this game when I don't know what's coming? And to be clear, I don't think I actually played the whole demo. I only played up to the first boss and I was like, okay, I'm going to play this game. I don't want to... You're not going to have to do it all on stream. I don't want to go full distance. Again, your progress will carry through to the demo. So for the average person, you probably will want that. I was looking for a gap to heal in and kept putting me in more trouble. Decided the best defense was a good offense. We'll grab that and we'll pray we get a bonfire soon, but I don't know if we do. A giant yeti. Oh, I've already fought two of those. Well ahead of you, my friend. Here we have a potion created by a wanderer for his lover, a merchant who lived in the slums. The city of Aldavir had been plagued by floods for years. When the wanderer returned, his lover was gone. All he found was a letter, soaked and torn, and that remained as the only trace of her. Then we have the Vitality Shard, which is a mystical shard that restores stamina, blessed by a saint. This shard has led countless warriors to victory. With unwavering faith, fear fades, even, I almost said fades, even when the path ahead is filled with danger. So something else to keep in mind, those are the kinds of things you can pop during a fight. You can put it in like your down slot as opposed to the up on the D-pad is what heals you in this one. don't like the look of that helmet at all. I wonder if you can transmog eventually. We finally will have a full outfit. But anyway, so those consumables you'll see down there on my D-pad right now is just to heal. I can also assign something to left and right, or excuse me, I can cycle through those if I had multiple of them with left and right. So something like that, stamina regeneration orb, you could pop in a fight and refill your bar if you need a couple hits in. The problem is for me, I always just sit on consumables for no reason. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to waste them. And the other problem is that I just like, it's more to keep track of, and I find it just ends up having me cross some wires and perform worse when I'm busy juggling and trying to remember like stuff to pop aside from my health. Oh, hi. I'm just stealing your treasure, my friend. And we have our next bonfire. That is the last one before the boss. We can get to a shortcut here, but after that, we are done with the area, and we will fight the first boss of the First Berserker. Willpower. Told you. I'm all over it. I'll probably take it to 15, then I'll worry about my health and stamina stats, because I am going to need stamina. What loyal workers? Now, you will notice that exhaustion hit, you can sneak a couple hits in. It has a timer on it, I think, which actually goes down faster with each successive hit you place on them, but you can get a couple hits in, then do it. So, always worth hitting it with an R1 or 2, and then doing it has kind of been my experience. Let me guess, you're running from a Yeti. Oh, no. It's killed a lot. Oh, it's not a Yeti, it's a bear, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I also want to remind you, I like to parry, but this game very much lets you pick your play style. So if you like to dodge, you want to play this like you're playing Bloodborne in hopes you don't get eaten as easily, because that would obviously leave you out of the way of grab attacks and such, like the one I just took. You can do that. And that's actually one of the things I like best about this game is like whatever I'm feeling, you know. Oh my god, I need to heal so bad. He takes just so much stamina off of us. So see, I'm getting some hits in before I actually do the crit on him. And so we'll get out of there with the dub, and we got the Hound Top. That clears the way to this treasure chest. But anyway, I love that you can kind of play those two styles, because I found myself coming out of Stellar Blade being really in the mood to parry and things like that, because it felt so good in that game. I came out of Black Myth wanting to dodge because it felt so good in that game. So it's just kind of like, what are you feeling as your build or playthrough, or even moment to moment, you know? So you notice we actually do have a necklace slot under accessories and a ring slot, one of each. So not multiple rings, but you do have ultimately two kind of buffing items that you can wear to help kind of hone in on whatever extra stat boosts you're hoping for. Now we do only have one heal left, which doesn't even take us to full health if we use it, so I'm going to do that. Well, these guys fight each other, so I might as well let them. If I remember right, the soldiers will prioritize the Yeti first. I also got to remember, though, I can take hits from them. Alright, so now I'm just in a 3v1 with these boys. I might want to fight you first, just because I can get through with my regular attacks. I mean, if I get both of you, by all means. Don't go in the way of the archer, though. How does he shoot me? Where is he? I thought he was on the other side of those rocks. We took more damage there than I would have liked. That'll work, only you don't get the loot. That's the only negative I can think of. Notes on Yetis. The Bantus speak of a massive Yeti, one so fearsome that 9 of their warriors have fallen to it. Benji is barely holding on. His wounds are too severe. His insides are spilling out. I know he won't make it. That damned Yeti did this. Now it's just me alone. What can I possibly do? If you're reading this, turn back, run for your life. The rest of the journal is torn and illegible. What's funny is they talk about the boss of the area, the massive Yeti, being so scary because it killed 9 people. But in actuality didn't... oh, there's our shortcut. But in actuality didn't the bear have like way more than 9 bodies in that cave? Like, write a note about the bear, man. It's closer. I'm not going to do strength, don't worry, I'm just looking. So that's a plus 26, that's a plus 5 to our attack damage. I like taking that to 14 for now. I'm starting to feel the lack of endurance already, though, so that is definitely something we're going to want to focus on, but I think we do need the attack damage. Wait, where am I? Oh, I was going to go backwards. This is where we want to go. Benji's tags. An identification tag issued to Heinmach Scouts. The medal bears the name of its members. Benji. Oh, that was his necklace. That's the guy they talked about dying. Looks like a lot of people died just walking back here. That Yeti has a... Oh, that's me. I was like, that Yeti has cool hair. Oh, sorry, I nudged the mic there. If that made a lot. Boom. There's our Yeti. He also has cool hair, to be fair. Boss fight time. Oh. Oh, that was fast. Ooh, got the last one. I'm gonna heal. Oh, I forgot that's a grab. I tried to block it. But that's the one hit we can't afford to take in this fight. There it is. Probably could have got a little more damage there. We are out of heals already. Oh, we did good damage there. Not so much there. Again, probably could have done more there. But that's okay. Just got to be patient. Oh, I didn't have the stamina to roll out. Oh, that was bad. Whoa. He just sacrificed himself for us, and he's a one and done, ladies and gentlemen. Again, had the experience of the demo, but goodness. I'll take it. One mechanic I was going to talk about during that fight. Oh, sorry, I get quiet during boss fights. I don't have the coordination to talk much. But But what I was going to say is there's a mechanic that I like, which is depending on the progress you make through the health bar, they will actually send your lacrima outside the door always, at least as far as I've seen in the demos, and you get some experience out of those fights as well as whatever you drop. So if you accidentally run into a boss fight, you don't lose the experience automatically. It's not just gone because it's trapped in a boss room. But then you can actually add to it. So if there's things you want to level up and get better, they're giving you some perks there. All right, so difficulty, we're going normal. And we get a little lore dump here.
I was helpless. I was lucky it was the Bantu who found me. Your body, give it to us.
Are you awake, sir?
There's Quimark. I think is how you say her name. I have no idea.
You have a ghost.
Quimuk.
Apologies, but to conquer it, you must undergo the trials of the Snow Mountain. You must be careful. The ghost possessing you is a powerful one. It will be very dangerous to purge yourself of it.
Your body, we must have it.
Okay.
You want to rid yourself of the ghost? Then this is the only way. You must prove yourself in the trials of the 3 Bantu gods in order to receive their blessings. After that, you will find a way through the storm at the mountain's apex. Take my advice. Let fate be your guide.
All right, so let's talk to her because again, I think we will stop the episode there since we've finished that mission there, and then we'll pick it up at the rest of it in the next one. But first, let's learn a little bit more about what's going on here.
This is the same trial Bantu warriors can choose to undergo. The gods of the Bantu will decide if you are worthy of their blessings. The trial will begin when you pick up the weapon. The nature of the enemies depends on you, but the objective is always the same. All enemies that emerge, there will be 3 trials and 3 blessings.
So that's how they're going to get us to try the weapons. So you'll find each of them, do a trial, and then they A, give you the weapon, but B, obviously you have to learn to fight it trial by fire.
Inside you is no ordinary one. It is several different evil spirits now acting as one. It has chosen you with the powerful emotions that burn within you. You are a great prize for it. It will not willingly let you go. We followed the monster's roar and found you. The Empire is our enemy, Khazan, but we still owe you much. If you had not defeated the Berserker dragon, then we would all have been doomed.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the first episode of Let's Play the First Berserker. I'm Matt, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button. It helps out a ton. If you want to see more from us, we're going to have new episodes of this every single day from now on, straight on through. The game comes out this week. Let's celebrate it. And I can't wait to hear from you on it. Let me know what you think below. What are your builds looking like? How are you going to play the game? How do you feel about it? Let me know how you're enjoying it, all that kind of stuff down below, because the community and interacting with you guys is what we enjoy most about this channel. So can't wait to hear from y'all down there. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we will see you again next time.